Are you ready for an ancient tale? How about ancient Israel? Well, I got the book for you. It's called A Light in the Hill by Connilyn Cossette. Let's review it. And welcome to Honestly Book Reviews. This is a channel where we review Christian books and content. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jared. And today we have a very special book. It's called A Light in the Hill by Connilyn Cossette. This book is 336 pages. It's going to be a spoiler-free review. Who's this book for? Bible history buffs. Who's this book not for? Sci-fi types. Plot. 13, Mariah is a Hebrew girl that has survived captivity of the Canaanites in Jericho. However, they branded her on her cheek with a symbol of their gods, forever making her an outcast amongst her people, and severely limiting their chances at marriage. 7 years later, she must live the shame of a permanent mark on the Canaanites on her face. Characters. With Mariah, who's the main character. We have Yuval, who's Mariah's father's steward. Etan, who's a family friend of Mariah's. We have Ora, Mariah's blind friend. Overall impressions. The Israelites had just entered the Promised Land. The Promised Land was full of hope and promise. Mariah's father planted a vineyard around Shiloh. His crops did well, and Mariah helped her father daily with the vineyard. It was the family's most prized possession. Mariah always made sure to cover her face with a veil when she left the house, to cover up her seared marking on her face. The Israelites were still acquiring the rest of the Promised Land. Scouts went to and from the land, gathering intel about the Canaanites and the foreigners occupying the land. And the Promised Land was nearly conquered at this time in history. I believe it was 1399 BC when this book takes place. And it took the Israelites roughly about 5 to 7 years to conquer the Promised Land. Mariah's father has good news for his daughter. He has found her a husband, a man who apparently will look past her facial branding. Daily life is difficult for Mariah. She's constantly stared at by others, while at the market, she has also become a lore amongst the Israelites. Her rescue from Jericho is now a fabled legend after only 7 years. Mariah is a capable cook, always scanning the markets for fresh new ingredients, ever able to teach those like Eaton how to cook, ever able to spoil her friends with newly inspired meals. Mariah would often dream of her future husband. What was he like? Would he be pleased with her? The thought of it all was maddening. An upcoming festival is about to begin, one in which there will be a lot of dancing, one of Mariah's favorite things to do. She doesn't want to go at first, but she decides to go when she learns that all women at the festival will be veiled. This means that she can fit in with their facial mark covered. Final thoughts. This is a pivotal time in ancient Israel's history. They were still conquering the land, and the temple had not been built yet. Levites were still pitching the tent at this time. There was a cloud of glory that hovered over the tabernacle at this time as well, which gave hope to the Israelites and also Mariah. In the city of Shiloh is where this book occurs, and Shiloh is about a few miles north of Jerusalem. Many of us identify with the pain of being different, especially at a young age. And this makes Mariah's struggle hit home. She's only 20 years old, she has her whole life ahead of her, but she has a scar on her face that keeps her from being accepted from her community. Why should you read this book? It's well-paced, it's a fascinating setting, relatable protagonists. I give this book an A. It's a great setting, well-done plot. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Remember, God loves you. Of course, died for you, so be made new, too.